Alright guys, now it's warmed up, you'll be able to see the smoke. What's up guys, and welcome back to the infamous project. And we are cruising along in project tax return. Got the AC on, Bluetooth is streaming, and cruising at probably about 70-75 mile an hour. Going to drop the car off back to the customer. So as you might have known, the motor that was in this car was blowing some oil, and needless to say, needed to be changed out. And big shout out to I guess what you would call a local enthusiast now / friend. We've done a couple deals together now. He actually hooked me up with the motor that's in this car now. It came out of a 93 Calypso coupe with really low miles, and he was going with some crazy other swap. So he's like, man, if you need the motor, more than welcome to it. So I took him up on his offer, and that's the motor that's actually in the car now. So motor's running good, no complaints, no blue smoke, which is really important. And a lot of you guys have been asking, where did that motor that was blowing all the blue smoke come from? And you know, I didn't want to just kind of start bashing people online and getting into all those types of online dramas and everything else, but I do feel that I have the responsibility to share the story and share the information about that motor. So just to kind of give you guys the full context and perspective, I paid $2,800 Canadian for that motor, which is it's a premium, I think. So you're talking about, you know, 302 motor that was rebuilt. There was no specifications on the rebuild whatsoever, so it was kind of in the dark about that. You could tell there were ARP studs throughout it. It had a cam, unknown cam, had a set of Edelbrock intake manifolds, and a 70 mil throttle body MSD distributor, and that was pretty much about it. It had fuel rails with injectors, just stock stuff. A couple of the injectors were bad. Water pump gasket was non-existent. But you know, to rebuild a motor this day and age, it's something solid. And because I needed the motor for the car, I paid the money. So you can add up those mods, or what you would consider those mods, to the motor to be worth yourselves. And ultimately, as mentioned, the motor blew oil, blew lots of oil, blew lots of smoke. Wasn't the valve seals, did the compression test. To me, I think there's a few bad rings, but I'm going to have to tear it down to find out 100% what the cause of that issue is. So the motor came from an individual named Ron from 50 Motorsports, west of Toronto, and he parts out a lot of cars. He's a legit business. He's not some, you know, backyard guy. He's got a lot of parts. I know a lot of people that have bought parts from him, and even my friend who picked the motor up for me, you know, knew him quite well as well. So Ron finally got back to me, and we went back and forth a little bit, and he gave me $500 back, and I kept the motor. Call it what you will. You know, I think everybody has their own opinion on what should have happened with this scenario, but that's what we ended up doing. So that's the individual. That's what happened with the motor, and you know, what's in the past is in the past. Will I be dealing with him again? Most likely not. But you don't want to burn bridges at the same time. You never know when you might need something, or sometimes when somebody might need something from you. So that's the story, guys, on the motor that was blowing smoke in old tax return here. important thing is the car is on the road now, it's driving, it's doing well. It's really hot here, we're talking close to 100 degrees with the humidity. You know, it's running cool, and hopefully Mrs. Foxbody is going to love the car and enjoy it for the rest of the season. And hopefully we can finally check this one off the list and put all these troubles to bed and allow this car to be enjoyed moving along in the future. So there's the update, guys. Hopefully you found that informative and got your answers to the questions that you might have had. And we'll see you guys next time.